All right, so we're diving deep into the world of publishing today in 2025.
Yeah.
We're going to figure out how to really navigate this landscape.
Hmm.
We're using as our guide Mohlala Media Publications, Your Publishing Journey.
Great source.
It's going to be great. We're going to explore how the industry's transformed, the challenges, the opportunities, and really key things for getting your manuscript out there.
To market.
To market, exactly.
Yeah. It's really pretty amazing, I think, how much power authors have now.
Right.
Like all those old hurdles of traditional publishing, they're kind of crumbling, right?
Yeah.
You've got platforms like Amazon KDP and Ingram Spark,
Yeah.
and those are giving authors direct control over their work, which is really cool.
It is really cool, but isn't it a huge challenge to just get noticed? There's millions of books out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
That's the biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
And your publishing journey, it really emphasizes that, right? It's a
Yeah.
crowded market. So to cut through all that noise, you really need a smart approach.
Okay.
And the guide suggests, you got to focus on your niche markets.
Right.
Find those readers who are hungry,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
For exactly what you offer.
Makes sense, but then how do you even connect with them?
Right.
What do you do?
The digital platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are huge, I bet.
They're essential.
Right.
I mean, you think about TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like a virtual stage for authors now.
Hmm.
Building a following. Even before your book is out,
Right.
it can really make a huge difference.
Okay, so you need a good online presence.
Right.
You got it. And of course, a great manuscript.
Oh, for sure.
Right. And the guide, it stresses that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
High quality content.
High quality. And what I like is it gets into specifics, which is really helpful.
Okay.
Publications, they recommend using strong verbs, vivid imagery to really create, that immersive experience. And also having a structured outline.
Right.
Really key to keep readers engaged.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And I imagine different genres have different demands too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A thriller needs
Right.
suspense.
Absolutely.
And self-help.
Right.
You need practical advice.
Exactly. Writing for your target audience is key.
Okay.
Now, the guide also delves into a service that might be a game changer for some authors, ghostwriting.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
It's perfect for people who have, maybe they have great ideas,
Right.
but maybe they lack the time or the writing experience to turn it into, a polished manuscript.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Exactly. And Publications, they're very transparent about how their ghostwriting process works. It's all about collaboration.
Okay.
Making sure that the author's voice and vision
Yeah.
shines through, and confidentiality is paramount, right?
Right.
And authors retain full rights to their work.
Oh, wow. Okay. So they're not their baby still.
Right. They're not signing it away or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be reassuring to authors,
Oh, yeah.
Because some might be a little hesitant to relinquish control, right?
Sure.
So even if you're writing it yourself,
Right.
you're the author,
Yeah.
professional editing.
Non-negotiable.
Yeah, right. You need that, right?
Even the most skilled writers, everybody benefits from a fresh set of eyes.
Right.
And the guide outlines, Publications, they've got this multi-layered approach to editing. So they have developmental editing, right?
Right.
For the big picture.
Right.
And you got copy editing, that's for grammar, style, and then proofreading, just for those final checks.
So they cover all the bases.
All the bases, exactly.
So you've got this manuscript, right?
Yep.
Honed to perfection.
Polish.
But now what?
Right.
You got to turn those words into a book.
A physical book, you got it.
That's where the premium printing comes in.
Right.
And the guide, it emphasizes this, right?
Oh, yeah, premium printing. It elevates a book.
Yeah.
Its perceived value and appeal.
Mm-hmm.
It's an investment, but it can really pay off.
Right.
Especially if you're aiming for, the high-end market.
That's interesting because I see how premium printing, it adds that elegance, right?
Yeah.
And durability.
Sure.
But some authors might prioritize, affordability.
Of course.
Especially if they're just starting out, right?
It's a valid point.
Right.
It's all about finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
For your budget and your audience.
Yeah.
And actually your publishing journey. It goes into detail about the different printing options.
Oh, cool.
And even the environmental impact.
Oh, that's interesting. What are they talking about?
Like recycled paper,
Okay.
sustainable inks, things like that.
Cool.
Publications. They offer eco-friendly options, which I think is really important.
Yeah.
It aligns with this growing demand for sustainability
Right.
in every industry, right?
It's everywhere.
Including publishing.
Yeah. for sure. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
So you've poured your heart into this book, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been expertly edited, it's printed beautifully,
Right.
but now you need to think about getting it like out there, right?
Yeah.
Into the
The
hands.
ears, right?
The ears, right.
Of as many readers as possible.
Exactly.
And that's where the magic of audio conversion comes in.
Right.
And strategic marketing and publications, they excel in these areas as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing,
Right.
right? The rise of audiobooks.
Oh, yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, and your publishing journey talks about how they cater to, like
Yeah.
busy professionals, multitaskers,
Right.
people who just prefer listening to reading.
Right. It's like having that narrator, right? Like in
Yeah.
your pocket.
Yeah, yeah.
You can listen while you're commuting, working out,
Right, exactly.
doing chores.
Yeah.
I think I absorb information better when I'm listening to a book while I'm doing something else.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, our brains, they work in mysterious ways, right?
Yeah.
But it's true, audiobooks, they open up this whole new world
Yeah.
of accessibility and convenience.
Right.
And publications, they offer this really comprehensive audio conversion process,
Okay.
including professional voiceover artists
Yeah.
and studio quality editing.
That makes sense because audio quality, it's super important for
It's
social
crucial.
books.
Yeah, you don't want distractions in the background
Right, exactly.
or a narrator that sounds, like a robot.
Right,
It's
exactly.
got to be engaging.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So even with the perfect audiobook, right, you
Yeah.
still got to, get it out there.
You got to get it in front of those listeners.
You got to market it.
Exactly. Brilliant book. It's not going to sell itself.
No.
You need a strategy,
Right.
to reach your audience. And your publishing journey goes into detail about Publications' approach. And they really emphasize tailored marketing campaigns, specific to genres.
Right, because a one-size-fits-all, it wouldn't really work, would it?
No, not at all.
Can you give me, an example of how they might tailor something?
Sure. Let's say you've written a young adult fantasy novel,
Okay.
Publications. They might suggest focusing on TikTok, Instagram,
Okay.
where you can create, visual content that resonates with that, demographic.
Right.
The book trailers, character reveals,
Right. Yeah.
engaging with popular book talk trends.
Oh, right, right.
Right.
So you're meeting your audience where they are.
Exactly.
What about readers who aren't on social media?
Right. Right.
I mean, there's lots of people
Oh,
who
that's right.
still rely on email, websites.
Absolutely. And the guide addresses that as well.
Okay.
They highlight the importance of building an email list.
Right.
Share updates, reviews,
Yeah.
exclusive content.
Yeah.
And of course, having a professional author website, that's essential.
So you really need to build a multifaceted platform for yourself, right?
Yeah, as an author, it's not just about the book anymore.
Yeah.
It's about your brand,
Uh-huh.
your connection with readers.
Yeah.
And that's where Publications' emphasis on author branding really comes in.
Yeah.
They help authors, craft a visual identity,
Right.
highlight their expertise,
Yeah.
and build a platform, right?
Right.
That extends, beyond just a single book.
It's cool how they can blend those creative aspects with the strategic stuff, the marketing.
So a delicate balance.
Yeah, but with all this talk about, platforms and marketing,
Yeah.
doesn't it feel like sometimes the art of storytelling kind of gets lost?
That's a valid concern. And I think a lot of authors,
Yeah.
they grapple with that constantly,
Right.
It's a balancing act. Finding that sweet spot between artistic expression and, the realities of the marketplace.
Right.
But I think the heart of storytelling, it'll always shine through,
Yeah.
no matter, the platform or the marketing strategy.
That's good. That's reassuring.
Yeah,
It's about amplifying the story, not,
exactly.
crowning it out.
Yeah.
Now, your publishing journey really seems to emphasize Publications' commitment
Oh, yeah.
to supporting authors.
They're all about it.
What stood out to you about their approach?
Well, their vision statement,
Okay.
pioneering excellence, shining the light to your great destiny.
Wow.
I mean, that says it all, right?
Yeah.
They're dedicated to empowering authors, helping them achieve their goals.
Yeah, it goes beyond just publishing books,
It
right?
really does.
It's like a partnership.
Yeah, shared success.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they have competitive pricing, transparency.
right. The guide mentions that.
Yeah. Transparency is key,
For sure.
Authors need to feel confident and informed. Absolutely. Every step of the way.
Right.
And it's not just empty promises, right?
Yeah.
They've got testimonials in the guide from authors like Sarah, who wrote The Strength Within,
Okay.
and The Marketplace Apostle, author of Mastering Your Budget.
Okay. Yeah.
Their experiences, they really speak volumes
Right.
about the personalized attention that Publications provides.
Yeah, those words really carry weight, don't they?
They do.
It's one thing for a company to talk about their values,
Uh-huh.
but it's another to see them actually, put into practice.
Yeah, reflected in real experiences,
Yeah.
for sure.
But what about, authors who are, like, wary of working with a partner?
Sure.
Like, they think they can do it themselves.
Well, and that's a viable option these days.
Yeah.
Especially with all the self-publishing platforms.
Right.
But even then, right, authors might need specific services.
Yeah.
Like editing, cover design,
Right.
and Publications recognizes that,
Okay.
They offer a flexible approach.
Oh, okay.
So authors can choose the services they need.
Right.
They're not like pushing this one-size-fits-all package.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So as we, wrap up this deep dive into Publications and your publishing journey, what's the key takeaway for our listener?
I think the big message here is that the power is shifting.
Okay.
It's going into the hands of authors.
Okay.
You have more control now.
Right.
More options than ever before.
That's exciting.
It is.
And Publications seems to be, embracing that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Providing that supportive environment for authors to navigate, this new landscape.
Exactly. They're not just keeping up with the changes.
Yeah.
They're shaping the future of publishing.
That's great.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty inspiring to see how the industry's changing,
Yeah.
to really empower authors.
It is.
But, for someone who's, dreamt of publishing a book, it can still feel daunting, right?
It can.
Where do they even begin?
Well, that's where your publishing journey really comes in handy.
Right.
It breaks down the whole process,
That's right.
into these manageable steps.
Yeah.
From crafting the narrative to, navigating the marketing promotion. It's all there.
So it's like a roadmap.
It is. It's a roadmap.
Inspiring authors.
Yeah, guiding them through each stage of the journey.
And what I appreciate is that, it doesn't shy away from the challenges.
Oh, no.
It acknowledges the hard work,
Right.
the dedication, to really succeed
Got it.
in this competitive landscape.
It's a tough world out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it's important, right?
Yeah.
Like setting those realistic expectations,
Uh-huh.
but while also offering, encouragement.
Support, you got it.
Support, yeah.
It's not about sugarcoating it, right? It's about giving them the tools.
Yeah, empowering them.
Exactly.
With the knowledge they need.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what makes Publications really stand out as a partner.
Yeah.
They're not just offering services, they're offering guidance,
Right.
mentorship,
Right.
helping authors reach their full potential.
It's like they're saying, we're in this together, right?
Exactly.
And that can make a huge difference for an author who's,
You
feeling lost or uncertain.
absolutely fostering community collaboration,
Yeah.
which is something that I think traditional publishing has lacked,
Right. Yeah.
for sure.
So, as we wrap up this whole deep dive
Okay.
into the world of publishing, right?
Yep.
What's, the one piece of advice
Oh, good question.
that you would give to our listener,
Mhm.
the aspiring author?
Believe in your story,
Yeah.
believe in your voice.
Uh-huh.
Don't be afraid to take that first step.
It's about silencing those, inner critics, right?
Yeah, those voices that say, you're not good enough.
Right. No one wants to read this. Exactly.
Because every author,
Mhm.
every story has the potential
Right.
to connect with readers.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding, the right path,
Right.
the right partners
Yeah.
to help you along the way.
And who knows, maybe someday soon
Yeah.
we'll be, deep diving into your publishing journey,
I would love that.
sharing your story of success.
That would be great.
So to our listener, we say,
Go for it.
go for it. Unleash that story.
That's burning inside you.
Yes.
The world's waiting to hear it.
And remember, Publications
And your publishing journey
is there to help
to guide and support you.
every step of the way.
Happy writing.